The government has been accused of gutting a bill designed to protect children from the harm that can come from smartphones and social media. Labour MP and former teacher Josh MacAlister had proposed raising the digital age of consent for social media to 16. But campaigners were disappointed that his private member's bill was watered down to get government support. Tamara Cohen has more.
At All Saints College, they're well aware of the effects of social media on learning. The head teacher banned pupils from using their phones on the premises nearly a decade ago.
If you have your phone, it's confiscated, it's put in a safe for 5 school days, and you won't get it back.
But what happens out of school? Do we need more regulation there?
We're hearing stories of children late into the night when they need to be sleeping, particularly when they're growing, spending lots of time on the device. It's just extremely unhealthy.
Normal childhood activities are falling victim to screen time, says this Labour MP, who introduced a bill calling for a rise in the age teenagers can use apps like TikTok and Snapchat.
Children are spending less time outside, less time reading, less time exercising, exploring, meeting people. We must act on excessive screen time today in the same way we acted on smoking back then.
Several MPs thought he should have gone further. His bill only commits government to considering it after advice from chief medical officers.
This government, sadly, like the last, notwithstanding the online safety bill, has dithered, diluted and capitulated. And what remains, I'm afraid, is a hollowed-out gesture and an opportunity missed.
Back at the school we visited in London, pupils told us about their phone use.
I feel like we shouldn't use our phones as much as we do because we could be spending that time doing other things.
I know myself that I'm addicted to it and I rely on it a lot.
Some of the things that people are posting on social media are not the best content, as they can influence other people's actions to doing things that aren't the most ethical or the most safe.
This bill was watered down. The MP behind it dropped earlier ideas like a smartphone ban in all schools and restricting certain apps to children over 16 because ministers were opposed.
Parents who have suffered the worst trauma, losing a child, have been campaigning for the government to go further.
My son Jules took his own life in April 22, almost 3 years ago. And I started campaigning a year ago on social media and hoping that the government would listen. I really do feel disappointed. I think it's such a shame because I think that could have been a powerful debate and we could have followed in the footsteps of Australia, which is getting so much praise for banning under 16s.
School's out and the phones are back on. A minister said current online safety laws are being implemented and further action is inevitable, but not as fast as some say is needed. Tamara Cohen, Sky News.